to see who has the heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your fight. Now go out there and take it.
What an incredible Cinderella story, this unknown. Oh, he got all of that one. He's got to be pleased with that. The crowd is just on its feet here.
Welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Daily and Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daily and Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daily and Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
Right now on a podcast platform near you, The Wingmen.
There's someone on the wing. Something.
Join us live every week this football season as Kirk Pierce, Johnny Johnson, and Brad Kimbrough talk James Clemens Jets sports. The Wingmen.
We're winging it, Jerry.
On your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app, on your Alexa device by saying Open PAS Plus, and online at jcwingmen.net.
Hey, this is Dan Clemens boys basketball coach Francis Elvis, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Good Saturday morning, everyone, and welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We are live here in Applebee's in Athens, Alabama. Hey, get up here, Todd. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat alongside Todd the Bod, the talent tumbling, climbing up into the seat.
When you're this short, it's a climb, buddy. Bar stools are tall for the short folks.
Producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. Speaking of bar stools, bartenders, our favorite one, Michaela, is here. She's going to be opening the place up at 11 o'clock. Y'all come see her. See that pretty smile she's got and tip her in 10s and 20s.
That's right.
That sound good? I like that. We got a great show lined up today, ladies and gentlemen. Look for us on Facebook at Applebee's Tailgate Talk and on Instagram or X at Tailgate Talk AL. Visit us online at tailgatetalk.net to get scores and archives of past shows. You can also vote on this week's Athlete of the Week poll and enter nominations for future polls, as well as find the links to download the PAS Plus app for your Android or iOS devices. Tell you how close those Athletes of the Week has gone? What was it last week or 2 weeks ago? It was within 2 votes, 1 or 2 votes for all 3 of them.
Yeah.
So
and
producer extraordinaire done the perfect thing. He just
no.
No.
Everybody don't get a trophy. He gave everybody a trophy. Everybody don't. If you lost, you lost.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just, suck it up. Tell your aunt and your grandma to get on another device and get throwing this vote in there. I don't know.
Well, they don't know until,
You don't know until you
I know.
It don't matter.
You tell everybody. Hey, man, get on your iPhone, your iPad, your laptop, your
work
desktop,
computer.
your work computer.
Yeah. Call your buddy.
Call
you
your
work
buddy.
beside. He'll get on his laptop. That's right.
Man.
I mean, if they can cheat in a general presidential election, you can cheat in the Applebee's.
Oh, wow.
Oh!
No, we want election integrity.
Yeah, we do want election integrity.
Oh, man.
Follow the Tailgate Talk podcast, which will include this conversation right here, on iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, iHeart, and other popular platforms. I have missed you, brother. I have missed you. Hear us on your Alexa device. It is Tennessee, Alabama week.
That's
it's Tennessee
right.
Hate Week.
Yeah.
Right? Hear us on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus. Call or text us during the show at area code 256-812-1TGT. Area code 256-812-1848. Our calling guests come in via the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. Special guest segment is sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing.
Yellowhammer?
Yellowhammer Roofing. That's an employer of my sweet wife, who is on her way to scream Hail State and shake a cowbell.
Good for her.
Yeah. Not sure.
Leaving the Zilla killer at home to be a bastard for the day.
Hey, man, I'm a possum trapper this morning.
Uh-oh. Man, you got all the critters going on.
I'm not gonna kill the possum. Possum's got a good possum ain't gonna come back and big bird back under my hat.
Possum's got to go too. They're big rats.
This is funny. I mean, this is a good, quick story. Sorry, I won't drone on, producer. But last night we're cooking stuff. She's going to see the kid. You got to cook stuff to take to the kid. Yeah, the boy. And so the kitchen gets hot. It's good. Open the door and walk around the corner of the kitchen, and there's an orange face looking in the door. Just kind of looking off sideways. That's at the bottom. It's my sister's cat, Mo. He's an outside cat. He won't come in the house. He's just sitting there looking in the house. Hey, man, what's going on?
Smell the goodies.
Next morning, the possum's in the trap. I'm like, Mo done got over there and chased that possum in that trap.
Probably did. That's how dumb possum.
Well, you were talking about cooking and possums. I just kind of
not cooking possums. We weren't cooking possums. No. Possums, they don't. Now, honest, it's what the old folks used to do. My dad was telling me about this years ago. You catch the possum. Right? If you want to eat a possum, anybody want to eat a possum right now? Let me know. You come get him. You put him in a trap. Feed him lettuce and everything for a couple of. Yeah, just get the carn, get the stuff out of him.
Ugh.
I ain't eating no possum, but I mean, if somebody else wants that possum, you're welcome to contact us here at area code 256-812-1TGT. No, we've got a great show lined up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not killing the possum. Possum's going to go out and do what possums do. Coach Chad McGehee, James Clements, Jets head coach. Tough loss last night. We'll be talking to him a little bit later. Jonathan Snider, head coach of Ardmore, big win last night. Will Johnson, head coach of East Limestone, another tough loss. That was a good game, man. I watched it on YouTube, back and forth there in the second half. Coach Matt Smith, you say he's coming in?
Sounded like he was.
I hope so.
That's good. I hope he does too. Coming off a loss to Decatur Heritage like he did 2 weeks ago. We and him got to have a talk.
Coach Brick Pugh, head coach of the Clements Colts. Where's Clint Legg? I ain't seen or heard from him in 2 weeks.
He's a busy man. Running Clements, running half of Limestone County.
Was it Forrest Gump say, it must be tough being a principal?
I love that. Sounded good.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Freak Daddy Coleman. Our Huntsville Havoc hookup will be joining us.
Yeah, big win last night for the Havoc.
Did they win last night?
Overtime over Birmingham.
Sweet.
I knew it was close. So this
season has started. That was
the drop of the puck.
Season
drop
opener,
of the puck.
It was down there.
Yeah,
it was right. It was down there, wasn't it? That's right.
Yeah, little brother down the road.
TSD or TBD, the brother down the something like that. TBDR, brother down the road. That's and our Swami of the SEC, brother AP Stedham. I wonder where AP's going to be.
No telling.
There's no telling. I bet he's out in Austin. That's my guess.
It'll be a good place to be.
Yeah, Austin would be a good place to be this week. I don't know. He may be up in Knoxville. You never can tell.
Or he may went to who played last night? Harvard and Penn, or William and Harvard, or Brown and
Duke.
There was some.
Duke played somebody.
Oh no, Duke beat Florida State.
Duke beat Florida State.
State's pitiful.
It's funny.
Who hasn't?
Yeah.
Duke's like 5-1 or 6-1, and Florida State's like 1-6.
I saw some sports writer actually predict an upset of Purdue beating Oregon. As I'm watching that
and
one.
when we get AP on the line, and he probably wasn't, and y'all, Tim was probably doing producer stuff. But anyway, last night the BYU Oklahoma State game, anybody saw the finish of it, was incredible.
I did not.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable.
I was speaking of games, Thursday night, Gio played for Troy. No, he plays for South
Alabama.
Yeah, Gio played for South. Former James Clemens.
He's doing really good.
Doing really well.
Yeah. He was on the sidelines at James Clemens last night.
Really?
Yeah.
And well, I'll be dang. Now his name's just totally escaped me like everything does.
Mm-hmm.
Played at Athens, walked on at Alabama. He's the offensive coordinator at South Alabama.
Rob
Ezel. Yeah, Ezel.
Yeah,
I called him Will Ezel.
So Rob is their offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
So, Athens North Alabama connections down there to South Alabama.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool. So I still think Ezel has the best. You need to get him on the show one day. See if we can get him to do that Saban impersonation.
Saban impression, yeah. Yeah, I think he's removed. Saban's far enough away from him now he can't get his hands on him. So.
I think Saban still hadn't watched it, but heard it was pretty good.
Yeah, he said it was good, but at the same time, his face was like, yeah, I don't really like that. I don't appreciate that.
Auburn goes out to Missouri to play today. They need to win.
I haven't seen the picks on ESPN if they've even done them yet or not, but a lot of people are saying Auburn is going to win.
I see a lot of upsets. I mean, Auburn's not, their record is what it is, but, they're not that bad of a football team. Auburn is a quarterback away this year from being not undefeated, but one loss team. I tried. God bless me, I tried. I tried to hold on to Peyton. It's just... Son, just please.
So, and there's something else I want to get into AP with, and I know we got to do scores here and just
I'm fixing.
But Tony Bennett, the coach of Virginia Cavaliers basketball coach. I don't know if you saw where he stepped down. Yeah, no, the other
Tony Bennett.
My heart.
He stepped down abruptly.
Really?
He won a national championship just a few years ago.
Yeah, which school again? I'm sorry.
Virginia.
Yeah. And, Virginia double dribbled.
Yeah, that game.
That game.
And basically, he said, "Look, I'm not the man for the job anymore. I love to coach this game. I love it." He was tearing up in his press conference. Basically, he walked away because of NIL. I can't do it no more. He said, "I am who I am.
Right.
And I was that coach. I can't coach in today's atmosphere." He said, "And don't take me wrong. I think kids should get compensated for their hard work and all that stuff." He said, "But no. I mean." And man, when you're driving away national championship basketball coaches, and don't let anybody say it. Yeah, Saban's age played a big part of it. If he was 5 years younger, would he still maybe walked away? Maybe not. But NIL and transfer and all that had a lot to do with it.
Yeah,
they're tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't manage the program with this kind of doo doo. I mean, you just can't. Anyway,
you're right.
Different rant for different day. But anyway, Tony Bennett was a really good coach. He was successful everywhere he went, and I hated to see him leave. I'm sure he'll be on TV broadcast somewhere.
Probably will.
With his
most of them go.
But anyway, I'm sorry.
All right. With that, let's toss it over to producer extraordinaire for
scores and more.
All righty, let's check this out. Athens back on Thursday defeated Columbia 54-0, and they went to a running clock in that second half, 5-minute running clock quarters. So that was over with quickly. Ardmore over East Limestone 42-24. Austin defeated James Clemens in the last seconds.
It was that late.
On a field goal. I think James Clemens had about 15 seconds. Well,
when did
that was less than that.
How much time was left on the clock when James Clemens tied it up? Because they had to go for two.
That was in the. It was back in the third quarter
when
it was tied
at 28.
And from what I'm thinking, James Clemens went ahead and then Austin tied it up.
Oh, I didn't see that part. I was keeping up with
maybe I've got it backwards.
I never saw it that way.
Anyway, it was 28-28 for a long time. And anyway, Austin came back. All James Clemens could try to do on the kickoff was that lateral deal that hardly ever works.
How long was the field goal, you reckon? 20, 30, 40?
30s, around 30, I believe. Okay.
So not necessarily a gimme, but...
No,
but for that level of competition,
and I'm going to say I think it was the same crew that officiated last week at Sparkman because there were a lot of things let go. It sounds like sour grapes, but they were affecting.
Yeah, they were.
The play.
When you're not doing your job, you affect the game.
Yeah.
You
exactly.
just do.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something that Coach McGehee needs to think about. Pulling no black ball out on that crew. I don't know if that's still a thing. I know back in the day you could.
Well, first drive of the game, Austin drove down. I thought they were going to get a touchdown, but they kind of got backed up by. James Clemens had enough non-thinking penalties on their own without the officials helping them out. But still, Austin went down. James Clemens blocks the field goal attempt, runs it back for a touchdown.
Wow.
Then gets it called back for a block in the back. And from what I understand, it was, one of those that's away from the play, doesn't affect it at all.
That's one of those, it might be a penalty. And it's a dumb penalty, but you can keep your flag in your britches.
I would say it depends on the
severity.
Of it.
If it was a crush,
I didn't even see it.
I was telling Tim off the air. I said sometimes you can get vendettas.
Right, if it was
at the very back part of a play, it's good stupid.
Like the dude might have done something 2 plays earlier. And
exactly,
like, I'm
gonna get that kid.
And
so
if it was brutal, maybe. But if it was just a little old poke in the behind,
we thought maybe it was a sideline warning on.
So it wasn't that obvious. It wasn't that obvious.
No, and
it'd be interesting to see what he says about the film. If he's seen it, he probably. I don't know if he.
Yeah, I'm gonna because that made a difference. In
absolutely,
the score.
It did. Did they even go on to score on that drive, or did they get held? Or, do you remember? If they went on to score, maybe not. But
I can't remember. I don't think so. Probably penalized themselves for
out of
something.
Range.
But anyway, it was a tough one. Austin 31, James Clemens 28. Okay, we'll move on. Sheffield defeated Clements 45-16. Tom, another.
Everybody getting off topic. God, Todd.
And once again, like the Colts have done, they're good for that first half, and then
just get wore out.
Deschler over West Limestone 34-14, and Colbert County just ran away from Elkmont 61-16. Let's see. Coming up in the next couple of weeks, and we'll be live at Calhoun for the basketball season kickoff. That's on November 2nd. So you've been asking me about that. It's 2 weeks from
November 2nd.
You were going to be out of town for something.
You were asking me what the date was.
You originally said you weren't going to be here. We didn't. I don't remember why.
Anyway,
I'm not going to be here. It's Auburn's playing Vanderbilt.
Okay. It's 2 weeks from today. So
Auburn's playing Vanderbilt at home.
So there you go. Scores and more brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. Visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
Wow. How can a segment go so fast, having so much fun?
Know it.
Absolutely. Wow, we are definitely ahead of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk on your Alexa device by saying, "Alexa, open PAS Plus," and hear it in crystal clear quality. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back. P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
First National Bank is a name everyone in the community recognizes. We see it in our schools, in our parks, and in our homes. First National Bank is proud to help make our community great. I am First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Brooklyn Alberton from Clements High School, and I love to help represent First National Bank in my community. First National Bank, making communities great. Member FDIC.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint, peeling off your walls? Shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured. Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Second 11 from the 31. 2 receivers right, 3 left. Back to throw. He throws across the middle. Touchdown!
Join us this football season for Limestone County football, streamed right to your computer or mobile device on the Play Action Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo by saying, Alexa, open Play Action Sports. Listen for the replay of select games Sunday afternoons on WKAC and download each game from the archives anytime you want. Also available on all major podcast platforms and in the podcast section of the Play Action Sports app. Limestone County football from Play Action Sports.
Hey, this is Calhoun women's basketball coach Candace Burke-Benson, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside Todd the Bod, the talent, Tomlin, producer extraordinaire. Brother, this is third Saturday in October.
Yeah, it is. Stupid bunch of orange Tennessee. I mean, man, I wish who regulates the radio? FCC?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what? There should be like a certain.
Well, you hadn't said anything yet.
I know, I'm biting my tongue, but there should be. When there's certain situations that come FCC, certain words should be allowed to be said.
Yeah, exactly.
They should be allowed to be heard.
Exactly.
My people want to hear my words. Pastor
your
doesn't.
People. Your pastor, your mother doesn't.
Yeah, but people.
Candy says Todd.
No.
Todd, she's probably sitting on your shoulder right now. You remember like the other night?
Yeah, that's right.
Mama sitting on my shoulder.
But you're like kinder than me. I can knock my mama off my shoulder a lot easier than you can yours. I love her more than life itself.
Yes.
But yeah, because I can always go back to her and say, Mom, I love you.
I love you. I'm so sorry. I won't do that.
She'll be like, you're still my baby. That's the way that works. But anyway, yeah, third Saturday of October. You have to go up there to that stinking turd hole. I'm trying to pick my words nicely. Their fans are the worst. They're the worst.
They're just paying you back, right?
Well, hey, it ain't my fault y'all had 18, 20, whatever, 15 years of non-existence, pathetic football, that you had a fat man while your coach Majors is laid up in the hospital dying, stab him all in the back. Former comes in. Oh, y'all don't want that. He's an alcoholic. Y'all don't want that old man.
Is that how that went down?
That's how exactly went down.
Wow,
and then he comes in and cheats like the big person that he is.
Cheater that
he is. And then, but whatever. Peyton Manning didn't win a championship. Didn't win a Heisman either.
No.
But you know what? I have grown to respect Peyton Manning. I will say that.
Peyton's a good football player.
He was a great football player. He's a winner.
I tell you
He's a winner in life, too.
I tell you what I regret. Of everything, even the Tennessee-Alabama hate week, is so many wonderful jokes are told now that I didn't know back when I was in my terrible fan day.
Right.
I'm a kinder, softer, gentler fan day.
I mean, I am, but I'm not. It depends on what team.
Yeah.
And
Debbie can tell you, I'm definitely a softer, gentler.
Like Vanderbilt game, I haven't been on since the Vanderbilt game, I don't think. Yeah, I just sat there. I mean, I didn't even say a bad word. I didn't even yell. I was just like, wow.
The thing about I'm gonna tell you this, and you got to give the dude his props. The thing about the Vanderbilt game is Diego Pavia is the same quarterback that run Auburn out of Jordan Hare last year.
He's also the same quarterback that nobody recruited.
Exactly.
He went to New Mexico State. Now he's at Vanderbilt. They act like they went out and spent all their NIL money on freaking Dan Marino or something.
I know, right?
No, you didn't.
But you got
fullback lost that football game, and our defense lost that football game.
I see where you're going.
And now listen, he is awesome.
Yeah,
he played. They deserved that win.
Yeah,
he deserved that win. But when you can't stop a little bitty 1988 shuffle pass,
is that what that was? I wasn't able to see the game. It
was pathetic. But,
remember what I was.
And last week wasn't much better. Going into last week's game, against South Carolina. So going back to the second half of Georgia through the Vanderbilt game, Alabama had given up like 64 points, I think.
Okay.
In 6 quarters.
Okay.
About 4 years ago, Alabama gave up 106 the whole freaking year.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference. And then today, I wrote this down. I saw it going across the ticker. Tennessee's only given up 10.7 points a game this season.
Oh, they're going to give up more today.
Well, last 8 times we've played Alabama, Alabama scored 30-plus points in every game.
Yeah.
The sad thing about it is we're going to have to score 30-plus points in this game because we can't stop anybody.
Do you think Heupel has been, like the last couple of weeks, Tennessee's offense has been basically non-existent in the second half? Do you think he's been sitting?
No.
You don't think he's been sitting, saving something?
No. I mean, because one of those games was Texas, was it not? Or am I dreaming that? Who'd they struggle? No, it wasn't Texas.
Oklahoma was the one they beat.
It was Oklahoma, and then
last week.
Yeah, I started saying they had trouble last week.
Last week was Arkansas.
But Arkansas, I'm telling you that
Arkansas is a good football.
That Arkansas LSU game is that Arkansas.
That's going to be a good one.
It's going to be.
That's going to be a good one. Yeah.
Plus,
but it's like the Alabama team that showed up the second half in Georgia game.
Yeah.
They just decided to stick around.
They stayed there. But you know what? That goes back a lot of it to coaching. Like, Georgia made good, adjustments at halftime and all those things. We also didn't continue to do what we had been doing. Make them stop it. I don't know if those adjustments worked or not because we quit doing what we were doing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can outsmart yourself. Hey, man, they're going to do this and they're going to do that, so let's do this and that. No, I don't know. Let's just continue to do what we're doing. We're rolling, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I said it. Y'all can go back. Tim can find it. I'm not asking him to. It's buried in.
But he could if he wanted to.
If he wanted to.
Yeah, he has that option.
And I could if I wanted to, but I know I'm too late. But when we hired DeBoer, I'm like, he's a good hire, blah, 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 probably the best man for the job, but don't bring that sissy Pac-12 football to the ACC because it ain't going to work.
Defense is always soft.
Malachi Moore should have been suspended for his childish outburst at Vanderbilt. He should not have been playing against South Carolina, at least the first half. Something, I don't know, or make the whole team run stadium steps till they puke.
Yeah.
Because he don't know how to act. He's your team captain. He's been there about 4 years.
Yeah.
But instead they have somebody type up an apology form, slap it out there on social media, and then they ask him about it, and he's like, well, he manned up and took responsibility. And no. And we don't know what goes on in practice. It could have been some internal stuff. But he's an Anthony Grant. Anthony Grant Alabama would be playing whoever, Kentucky, I don't care if it was whoever, Arkansas State, and they go on a 12-14-0 run. The other team would. And because we're turning the ball over and taking ignorant shots, letting the time, clock run out, whatever, shot clock run out. And he's just over there just clapping. It's going to be all right, boys. No, call a timeout, jerk somebody up.
Pull a coach.
Put your hands on them if you got to. And put some fire under them, yeah. And I know everybody's personality's different. That's not obviously DeBoer. He's more of a Anthony Grant hand clapper.
Yeah.
But Coach, it ain't going to be all right. When your defense can't stop anybody, when they're continually running the same plays, and they're successful.
They're moving the ball. Hey, those are good thoughts, man. We got the big game coming. Is it afternoon or this evening?
2:30.
2:30. All right. Yep. All right. More stuff to talk about in a little bit once we get back from the great. Good gravy.
It is the great.
The great break. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Congratulations to Clements Carly Nave, our Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week, and winner of a gift card from the Athens Applebee's, plus a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from that shirt printing place. Go to tailgatetalk.net and enter your nominations for future polls. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back.
Hi, this is LaDon Townsend, Limestone County District 4 County Commissioner. Serving you these past 4 years has been an incredible journey. As an independent, I am proud to represent you, and I want to continue working for you, fixing your roads, and fighting for your constitutional rights. With Election Day coming up, many of you have asked how to vote for me. It's simple. Just fill in the circle beside my name, even if you're voting straight ticket. Thank you for your trust and support. Together, let's keep moving forward for a better Limestone County.
Paid political advertisement paid for by Friends of LaDon Townsend, 27485. Maples Road, Lester, Alabama, 35647.
If your place on the water needs some attention, call BP Riverworks. Boathouses, docks, seawalls, and repairs. Call Baron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured, 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with a Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Hey everybody, this is former Auburn quarterback Ben Leard, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, Old Time Cat, alongside Todd the Bod, the talent tumbling producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And we've got the head coach of James Clemens Jets, Coach Chad McGehee, on the phone on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. Coach McGehee, tough loss last night, bud, but welcome to the show.
Hey, yeah, it was. Good morning. Thank you guys for having me.
Right, thanks for being here, bud.
Thanks for being here. I know it's not an easy thing to do, man, losing a big area game like that. I guess, does that pretty much seal the deal for Austin as far as winning that area?
Yeah, they won the region last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So that ends up putting y'all at 4-2 in the region. How does that place y'all right now?
I think right now we're in a tie with some other teams, and Sparkman obviously has head-to-head because we lost that game last week. So,
yeah.
So we're going to pull for the Florence Falcons this week, and if they can pull out a win, we'll be the 2 seed and host the first round of the playoffs. And if not, I think we'll drop to the 3 seed and we'll be on the road.
On the road to Birmingham.
And who does Florence have?
No, not Birmingham. We match up with Central Phoenix City, Auburn.
Oh, wow. Wow, really south. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the first year they rotated those regions like that.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't remember that ever being before. That's interesting. So who does Florence have?
Sparkman.
Sparkman. Okay, so they got Sparkman.
Yep.
And y'all got Albertville at Albertville. They're not having a very good season, so is that going to be, they're 0-8, 0-6 in the region? Is that kind of, is that hard to kind of keep the kids' mentality up? Obviously coming off 2 tough losses and then playing a team with a bad record.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a thing where we've got to get them back and they've got to come back in with the right mindset and I think my wife told me it was like 7-6 at halftime last night with Bob Jones, and then it was.
Oh wow!
Sparkman struggled with them. It was close at half, but we're gonna have to come in and prepare and go over there and take care of business. And it's just really tough because I think because I know the kids wanted to win the region as we all did.
Oh yeah.
And for our seniors being back to back, region champs, and and that didn't happen, but to lose the way we've lost 2 games on the last drive, back to back, you got, it's hard to get up off the mat, and so we're going to have to do a really good job of getting the kids back and getting refocused, and because then we turn around, we got Homewood, and
exactly.
Really having a great year right there before the playoffs, and just getting them in the focus. Like we got to begin to prepare and fix things that we need to compete when we get to the playoffs. So, we just got to rebound. We got to refocus and we got to get ready to go.
Yeah. Well, now 2 weeks in a row, you've had games where calls have either not come or have not gone your way, or that we thought should have gone your way from up there in the press box. But then you had some self-inflicted wounds too.
Yeah, I mean, that's just part of the game. There's going to be calls that aren't made and then probably should have been made or didn't go our way. And I mean, those guys do the best they can, and for the most part, I felt like we've had some pretty well officiated games this year. And, the thing about it is that offensively, if we're going to execute, we can't do things like, have false starts and get behind the chains and so on and so forth. And, we had a touchdown call back last night. We blocked a field goal, and it's just one of those things where guys run up the sideline. I think we got a hand in the back of the kicker or something. So, but it's just part of it. We got to stay ahead of the chains on offense and not make those kind of mistakes. And I felt like we went man down in the red zone, and the receiver basically they ran a pick rub route and. Looked like really bad. The guy was wide open, but the guy covering absolutely got blocked.
Mm-hmm.
So, I told the official, he's like, Coach, I know he felt bad. He's like, I didn't see it, so, but they're doing the best they can. And, I thought for the most part, we've had this has probably been one of the better years officiating wise. So,
well, good.
You're a good man. You're a good man. You took the high road.
Now, it's just a lot easier.
It's a lot easier.
You mentioned that return for the touchdown there, the block in the back. I was going to ask you what you thought, and maybe you go both ways with this, because I can kind of see the merit, I guess, of both positions. But one school of thought says, well, a play happens,
20 yards.
Far enough back that it doesn't really affect the play. So, are you saying, ref, why are you making that call? Or you could say to the player, what are you thinking? Why, you weren't helping the play out. So,
I obviously have not viewed the film, but what was relayed down to me as how it happened in real time, probably one I would like to not have seen called. And I think I told the kids, I think, a lot of times if you watch the games on Saturdays, the referees try to stay out of the game. And I think sometimes we've got some on Friday nights that like to be a part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's sad but true.
Sometimes you'd like to see them just let them play, just as a general philosophy, not doing anything, not talking about last night, or just let the kids play, and try not to be part of the game, any game like our last twos, it's not one isolated play or one penalty, or it's really about 5 or 6 plays in games like these that it comes down that either you did make the plays or you didn't make the plays. And, we had some, like last night, we just made some egregious mistakes early, and we had some turnovers and, things that you can't do, and you can't climb out of a 21-point hole and expect to win the game.
Yeah. Yeah, you got in the hole early. Now, there was another call. We thought you had the interception when you came down with the...
Oh, we totally did. Kid came down and landed on the ground, but again, and it really doesn't matter because we ended up 4th down and punt the next down anyway. But, you got to come up off the ground with the ball.
Yeah.
And we didn't come up off the ground. We landed with the interception, and the guy took it from him on the ground. And, that's stuff I learned in Pee Wee.
Yeah.
Like you got to come up off the ground with the football. So, definitely one that was missed. But again, it ended up not. We held on 4th down, and they had to punt. So.
And speaking of punting, you had them 4th and long there, and ended up getting a roughing the kicker penalty, and gave him some.
Yeah, that was one of the ones early that put us in a hole that led to a score, and it's just one of those things where anytime you come after the punt, their snapper was really, really slow. They had some really bad snaps, and we went after it, and you just got to be smart, but you got to understand, like, there is a little risk reward there too. When you send a 16-year-old kid in there to block a punt and run into the punter.
How did the kids react in the locker room, Coach? After, I mean, that's like you said, it's 2 tough losses back to back.
Yeah.
Did they respond the way you kind of wanted? I mean, not that you want them to hurt. You don't want them to hurt, but you want them to feel it, because that means they care.
Yeah. Our kids are going to be fine. I mean, if you watch the game, it's not for a lack of effort and a lack of fight, and the resiliency that we had all the way through. And, also just made 1 or 2 more plays than we did there. And, I'm proud of our kids, and they're going to come back, and we're going to go fight, and we're going to battle.
And, it was looking bad early on. Like you said, you were down 21-0 and made a quarterback change there. Jacoby Gill comes in and kind of, I don't know what he did to kind of put a spark underneath everybody, but he was a different player than he was, when he started out the season. Looked like to us.
Well, we've got competition at a lot of different spots, and that's one of the spots where quarterbacks are kind of neck and neck. And I'm not going to choose platoon quarterbacks. Right. I'm not going to take one out and put one in, but the deal is. I had a linebacker position, and he didn't tackle very well, didn't play very well. So we go with the guy that's going to help us be successful. Not to say that he's not going to rebound and play better next week. It's the same at quarterback right now. We just don't have a clear cut one guy that has won the job, and so it's been ongoing, and we'll continue to go on. But hey, competition makes you better, and we just we didn't have a very good night throwing the ball when we had opportunities to, and so we're just trying to create a little bit of momentum. So, but that we'll continue to evaluate that and monitor that situation.
Yeah, that's why you got backups.
Yep, and
one reason anyway.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so let's move on to a senior spotlight here. So who have we got this week?
Reed Wilson's a senior. He's, obviously one of these kids that's been with me for 4 years since I've been here, and, does a good job. He's had a little bit of illness lately. It's taken him out. I don't know that he'll get back this year or not, but, he's a fantastic individual. And just a really, really great person. And, man, I can't remember who the other senior we talked about off the top of my head.
Bryson?
Oh, Bryson Dowdell. Yep, Bryson Dowdell, senior cornerback. He's had a good year this year. He's got a lot of offers, got a lot of opportunities to move ahead to next level. So, he's been pretty solid for us at corner, and he's one of those guys that come back. He's got a lot of experience back there. So, but he'll have an opportunity to continue to play somewhere. He's got probably 7 or 8 offers.
That's awesome.
But so we're excited for him.
Well, that's great, Coach. Thank you so much for joining us. I don't know if it's difficult in mornings like this, but we appreciate it, and best of luck next week.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Y'all
you,
have
Coach.
a great day.
You too, buddy.
Right,
see you. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach Chad McGehee, James Clemens, Jets football. Great interview. And it's time to take a short break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk anywhere you go by downloading the PAS Plus app for your Android or iPhone. We'll be back with more after this. While others have come and gone, the Lion's Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lion's Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lion's Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lion's Den Gym, 256-652-2627. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than That Shirt Printing Place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clemens sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
This is Shelby Davis, head football coach at West Limestone High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
When you're born in this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show.
So you're a control freak?
It's just a freak show anyway.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Listen to some.
We're gonna have to kill this. We got the man on the.
We got the man on the.
Enough. Knows all the music
enough
and
jamming
all.
and singing here. Tom can't. But Freak Daddy on the phone. Clay Coleman is joining us here. How you doing, brother?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
The music was boring until this song came on. I'm like, yeah.
Maybe that's one thing. Maybe I should be like the official music guy for Tailgate Talk. I can build you all the cool bump music coming back.
Well, this is being played live here.
Well, I mean, you got plenty of time to do it. It's not like you don't have nothing else to do.
Exactly. Nothing else on your plate there.
I've missed you. I've missed you, Clay. I've missed you.
Yeah,
I hope all y'all are doing right, brother.
Thank you. No, we're doing good, man. It's been crazy, but it's I don't know what, like if I get to the point to where it's time to retire, I don't think I would know how to act.
I
don't think I could do it.
You would not be good in retirement.
You and me are alike in that way a lot, brother.
Yeah. So I'd probably be one of these individuals when I retire. It would be just and Clay died yesterday.
Retired on Sunday or retired on Monday and passed away on Wednesday.
So before we get into some Havoc, we just had Coach McGehee on, James Clemens head coach. How's T-Bone doing, man? I mean, that's 2 tough losses back-to-back. Senior year, you don't ever want to lose, but you certainly don't want to lose 2 region games back-to-back. Close ones in the last minute. He's doing good. We got up this morning. I'll share with you here in just a second something that kind of helped his mood this morning. But no, it was. I think anytime you don't want to lose, and those were just 2 heart losses. Tough games. The Sparkman game, and I talked to Tim about it a little bit. Sometimes you get into the officials, and you don't want to always be like, well, the officials made some calls. Because there was plays and penalties that James Clemens had and plays that we should have capitalized on, but there was 2 or 3
plays. I don't ever get down on the officials, but sometimes officials try to interject themselves into the game more than they should. And when you gotta, for instance, like last night, it's a tie game. It's 28-28. It's basically playing for whoever wins the region, and they call a defensive holding on a run play, which I didn't even know that's something you can actually do. I thought that was more on when a pass play. But then it just gives them half the distance to the goal line, and you're just like, what? Let them play. It's not a very bad, face mask or some blatant, chop block or something. But yeah, that was my only take. But yeah, tough loss. But the kids came back. They were down 28-0 and came back and tied it up. So it showed a lot of heart. And for these seniors that James Clemens has, I mean, it shows they didn't quit. And not completely out of it. It's not going to be probably the region champ or the playoffs thing that they would want to have. But cheering for Florence now that hopefully they'll beat Sparkman and we can still get a home game for that first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Absolutely.
But the good thing this morning, Coach McGehee had just called Tim this morning. It was very hard to keep a secret because they had reached out to me first, but Dr. Donaldson had got the email this week that Tim was selected for the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game.
Get back!
That's awesome.
A really cool thing. So December 14th, he'll get to go down to Mobile and represent North Alabama on that All-Star team.
Wow.
So he's very, very excited about that. So it was one of those things where, and for him, and like most, not just O-linemen, but, in general, but not him, but more O-linemen, you really don't get the recognition. So he had a little breakdown this morning, just where you kind of go unrecognized and you put in all that work and not that you're doing it for that, but, just that you just kind of get to where somebody says, hey, you've put in the work and we've seen it. And I told him, I gave me a good life talk with him to say, hey, even in my situations, I've done a lot of things. And, you would think sometimes you get different types of recognition, but sometimes it's like, what you've done, what you're doing. You should be proud of yourself, whether you've got any of these accomplishments or not. But to get this, it's a good thing. So I think he's real excited about that, and I think they'll probably announce it to the team this week. And you always, when it gets in front of your peers, it even feels even sweeter.
Heck
so
yeah, and I'm sure Coach McGehee.
But that was a good pick me up this morning.
Yeah,
he was not moving around too fast, but he actually volunteered and helped me do some things this morning. So I think it really added to.
Yeah, that did add a little.
I'm just glad. I know Todd. I'm just glad we found this out after we talked to Coach McGehee. Could you imagine Todd sitting on that while in the interview?
Yeah, it's hard for me to see it.
But Coach, I got to talk to you about something.
But you know what, too, while I'm sitting here thinking about it, man, that's even a bigger deal, or at least in my eyes it is, because you got 2 tackles, you got 2 guards, you got 2 this, 2 that, 2 line. You know what I mean? You got 1 long snapper.
1 center.
You got 1 center.
Yeah.
So,
well, and for him, that and like I said, I'm not just saying this because he's my son, but he's an undersized lineman for 7A football.
Yeah.
And he goes out and he holds his own as a center. And then, when everybody else gets to take a break and runs off the field, sometimes that they call it. He works out with a company called Special Teams U, and they talk about being unseen, and that's the best thing for a long snapper, is because usually when you hear their name, it's because they've launched the ball over the punter's head or
snapped it in the ground.
A snap. It's never. When you see the 50-yard field goal, they never go, and man, what a great snap.
Yeah. Every now and then you might hear them say, but most of the time it's, what a great hold. It's never a great snap. But you're right.
Yes.
But if you're unseen, that means you're doing an absolutely perfect job.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the guy, Pat McAnally, who's basically the best long snapper that's ever played. He played for Chicago Bears. He did 2,800 snaps, and he never missed a snap. And he's not even in the Hall of Fame. And you're like, what do you got to do?
I mean, that's perfection,
Right, yeah. So,
Boy, Austin had some snap troubles last night. Ooh.
Yes, their centers and their long snappers last night. Long snappers for Austin were, I won't lie, usually I don't pray for the long snapper to do something bad because I don't want that kind of.
You don't want the karma to come back.
I was praying that maybe he launched one of those into the end zone last night to get us.
Of course, when you don't want him to, it's when it's perfect. He's probably, but Well, let's get into
Right,
some
yeah.
hockey, man. Big win last night on the. To me, and Birmingham Bulls are the Decatur heritage of the SPHL. They're worthless. They're whatever. But anyway, we go down there, and not only do we beat them on opening night, man, we stabbed them right in the heart in overtime. 5-4.
Yeah.
I mean, if it had been 5-0, now you go home, you got your tail whooped. 5-4 in overtime.
That's a heartbreaker, ain't it?
Them fans, and it was a 4,000. It was
really.
It was like 3,900 some odd fans there. So full arena, had to go home with their heads hanging low. I love it, man. Feel that
Yeah,
pain.
you love it. I mean,
Just mad.
I always like that, and people talk about it that when you're the opposing team, some of the things, the spoilers, the giving them their opener, they were retiring their first coach's jersey last night.
Oh, wow.
And when you come in and beat them like that, it just ruins their little celebration.
Yeah, it does. Might have been happy at the end of the second period. You ain't happy walking out after the third, boys.
Yeah, and I think this year I've always called Birmingham the little sister, but.
Yeah.
You don't want to ever beat up on your little sister, so I will start now. It'll be little brother because everybody is beating up on little brother. But
I had two little sisters, and I beat up on them, so it's fair. It's fair game in the house, brother.
Different times now, though.
That's true. That's a great point, Clay. Great point. Can't do that no more, people.
They play Pensacola tonight and come back home next Friday, and just get it back in. It's kind of. Havoc as usual. I mean, it's already, I think, already close to a sellout already before we even get things started. So,
and it's
largest season ticket holder base.
Yeah.
The travel, man. I mean, down to Birmingham, then down to Pensacola, back up to Huntsville, then to Evansville. Man, just the bus rides, people. Then we're not getting on planes and flying.
Yeah, minor league hockey. We talked about it. I think it is one of the most grueling. Respect I give for those kids that go and you take all that in. I don't want to drive to Pensacola normal.
No.
Punch me in the face and hurt my leg and have stitches. I really don't want to ride.
No,
it's not easy
to Pensacola that way at 10 o'clock at night. So
yeah, exit 69, hang a left, and then you're going through Flomaton and
keep
it going.
Pick another one of those doors. Yeah, it's not an easy ride.
I mean, is it
right. and you don't get to see the beach. You just get to see a hotel room and a hotel room and a hockey rink.
That's true. Yeah, and then you're right back on the bus. Is it too early to tell? Have you heard any who's supposed to have what? I mean, because there's so many new guys coming in on everybody's team. I mean, so it's probably too early.
I mean, it's way too early. I mean, I tell people, you can think about this. The guys that are on the Havoc now, we've got 13 guys coming back, which is really great to kind of start with that kind of core. But you take any sports team that you have. I think the only experience it would be similar to is that first time that you play a 5U basketball, football. You don't know anybody and just go play. It's like I can't imagine building a team off of. These guys came into town last week.
Yeah,
and they're playing. And technically, they didn't know the final team until Thursday.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
So they announced on Thursday, you get on a bus and you go to play Birmingham in that environment for the first time playing with each other forever. Now, the coaches do a good job, I think, of trying to line up kids that maybe have played with each other during juniors or played on the same college team or things like that. But, I mean, it's still a different
Still learning a new system,
animal.
And all that stuff. I mean, it's nice to have familiarity with each other on the ice, but, once you're new.
They had two new guys that came in right before.
Yeah, right before. I read that last night. So, we're looking forward to it.
Glenn has always said it, and sometimes he's told me he wished I'd quit saying it because he said it's getting the secret out there. But I remember when we won the championship, and I know I've shared this with you guys before, he said the key is building the best mediocre team that you can find.
Right.
Because you don't want them called up. You don't want them.
Yeah.
You don't want them to get too good.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Because you'll lose them all. And then
it's almost like college football now. College football and basketball. You don't want your kids at the lower levels. You don't want your kids getting good because they'll just transfer.
They're gone.
Yeah.
And you don't want the ones that are doing great at bigger universities to go too crazy. They'll come in asking for $5 million a year. So
yeah. Well, then at least in the SPHL, you don't have to worry about the NIL money.
No.
It'll be just who gets the Buc-ee's gift card this week.
Yeah. Hey, I hear you. Hey, brother, congratulations on T-Bone.
Yeah,
and,
man.
Thank you.
That's great.
Yeah, and, tell him we all see.
He's here with me, but maybe we'll get him to. I don't think has he been on the show yet with you guys?
Not yet.
If he has, it was years ago. Yeah, we definitely got to have him on.
I'll get you his agent's phone number. And
Thank you. Well, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure we can't talk to him directly. I understand how the big timers are.
Right, I understand.
Y'all just come to the studio. Come to the studio out here, man. We'll get it on inside and get you some snacks.
We'll even feed him. We'll have extra food that day.
Yeah. Take care, brother.
Absolutely.
Right.
Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it. See you.
All right, brother.
See you. Ladies and gentlemen, Freak Daddy Coleman, our Huntsville Havoc. Hook up. It's time to take a quick break. We'll be back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
What is community? I'm a First National Bank Student Advisory Board member, and I am alone from Tanner High School. And to me, community is supporting those who connect us. First National Bank proudly supports our neighbors, businesses, schools, and organizations that make Limestone County a great place to live and work. First National Bank, making communities great. Member FDIC.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens. Your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Freakin' Havoc podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
Hi, this is Brian Cunningham, former kicker for the Alabama Crimson Tide, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the hour, 11:02 in the morning. And with the win last night, this is going to be our special guest segment, sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing. Coach Jonathan Snider of the Ardmore Tigers. Coach, big win last night.
Huge win.
Away from
been
home,
one of those deals.
Yes.
Away from home against the team that's beaten Ardmore a lot more than Ardmore's beaten them. It was we had to overcome a lot. I know that's a reoccurring theme where adversity hits, but that's football, and our kids have found a way to, when their back's against the wall, to figure out how to get things done. And that's, we love to see the growth from our kids, and they had to show it last night. I'm very, very proud of them.
Well, as a 1984 East Limestone graduate, I didn't appreciate it at all. And I wish y'all's growth would have stunted one more week. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Coach. It kind of actually turned out the way I thought. I don't know if you know Brendan Ashmore, Pat Ashmore, but Brendan was hanging with me all day yesterday, and so we were talking about the game, and he was all pumped up, and I'm like, son, I don't know, man. You might want to reel it back in a little bit. I said, I'm not feeling that good about it. I'm glad you are, but I'm not. But and then you're right. It's always a tough game. I mean, going back, decades. Just is.
Right.
Yeah.
And like you said, coming into
folks waking up with bruises this morning.
Oh,
they didn't know they had.
Oh, absolute physical war. And we knew what we were going to get out of East Limestone. We knew they were going to play. Probably the best game they played all year, just because of the rivalry and
absolutely.
And just the confidence that they have. Because I told our kids, I said it to the paper, like in order for a game with two teams to be a rivalry, both of them's got to win a little bit, and Ardmore has not won. And so that's the confidence that the East Limestone kids they brought to the game, and tried to sell that to our kids all week. whether it resonated with them or not, I don't really know. But hats off to Coach Johnson and his group. They were well prepared. Their kids were ready to play. We were just able to make a couple more plays than what they were able to.
But it seemed there in the second half, Coach, every time East got it close, Ardmore answered.
Yeah, and that goes back to that growth. We got behind. We had a touchdown call back in the first half because of a penalty. I think we had 4 15-yard penalties in the first half, and that's a lack of discipline. Just a late hit here. We had a block in the back on a screen pass that went 75 for a touchdown that would have put us up 14-3, and just stuff that was uncalled for. It didn't have to happen, but it's still a learning process. I'm just glad we were able to correct it after a win and not that didn't cost us or anything. So, but it was we were able to answer a lot and never really let momentum lose our grip, get out of our grasp, and that's huge for our kids.
Yeah, that was, it seemed like as the game went on, y'all kind of warmed down. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
not that they got tired. I'm just saying you just, like Tom said, anytime they got a little bit close, y'all were just able to respond every time.
Yeah,
I mean, was that
and I think you're right. I mean, I think we eventually, and I mean, we were playing guys both ways. They had guys playing both ways. I think we were able because, a lot of times when you're behind, you use so much energy to try to either regain the lead or get back close, and because you got to have a stop, you got to keep getting first downs, keep making plays, keep making tackles, and I think with us not giving up the momentum, even though we would score and East would come back and score and cut it to 4, and then or even when they went ahead 14 to or 17-14, whatever it was,
right.
Different things like that through the game, 10-7, that's what it was.
Yep.
Where our kids were never able to lose grasp of that momentum, and so you just utilize so much energy trying to battle back in a game, and I think eventually we got a couple of stops when we needed to. And then, we're able to finish drives and, ended up wearing them down. And that was, that's sort of what we like to do. We don't always do it that way, but that's sort of what we like to do. And our kids were able to answer the bell.
Big plays there in the second half, Coach. Your tailback come through one extremely important cut in the he's down the field, and the East Limestone kids got the angle on him. Boop, he makes one cut, and then there's separation of about 10, 15 yards just in 2 steps. Excellent running by your tailback.
Yeah, Javian Riddle, he's a really, really good back. We feel like we got 2 good backs, him and Xavion Hawthorne, 2 sophomore tailbacks too. They've been really, really good for us, and they're truly 2 different runners. Riddle is a little bit more patient, doesn't really take hard hits. Xavion's more of a bruiser. Not saying Javian doesn't run over you, because he will, but he just he's as fast as he needs to be. He just you look at him and you're like, he's not very fast, but then he just pulls away from people. But he sort of took the game on his back in the second half, and made some really, really big runs for us, and was able to get first downs when needed first downs, and then break the big one 2 or 3 times. So but hats off to our offensive line, Coach Wells, our coordinator, Coach Spartman, our O-line coach, all the guys involved. We just kept plugging along, and it ended up breaking, and we're able to come away with a W.
Well, give your kudos to Ardmore Sports Network, because that's how I was able to watch the game on YouTube last night. So
they do a great job.
I caught the second half of it at least.
Yeah, no, they do a great job. We're fortunate to have that. For people that can't come or people that want to tune in, it's a really, really good deal that we do. That's no money's made off of it or anything like that. Everybody volunteers their time, and
that's good.
Hats off to Coach K and Coach South and Heath Haney and Kelly Haney, the ones that get it all set up. It's a good deal.
Yep, that's great.
Well, Coach, next week got West Point, 2-6, 2-3 in the region. I don't know anything about them. Have you had time to look at film or anything?
Very physical, huge up front. Really, really good quarterback. Really good tailback. Tailback's about 6 foot, about 210. Can run, pretty powerful. He's a bruiser. Very similar styles for both teams. Both teams are going to run the football, try to play defense, try to shorten the game a little bit. fortunately we got them at our place.
Yeah.
It's a hard place to play to go to Coleman County at any point in time, no matter where you go. But, it's one of those games where, we win, we're the third seed, we lose, we're out. So it's
no pressure.
It's a de facto playoff game.
Yeah.
And we don't have to worry about anybody else winning or losing or whatever else. The ball's in our court. So we got to go take care of business this week.
Well, we'll certainly be rooting for you, and I hope y'all have a great week of practice.
Yeah, I hope so too.
You told me off the air you've got to win this game. So it's do it or die then this week.
Yeah. There's no other scenarios that play in with a loss that gets us in due to tiebreakers and things like that. So Lawrence County is in, Russellville's in, Fairview's in. Lawrence County's just waiting to see where they're seated, either third or fourth, based on the outcome of our game. So, it's glad it's at home. Glad we sort of control what we can control, and just got to get our kids ready to go. And they gotta understand, it's another game, another opportunity, and be the best that we can be on Friday night and see what happens.
Yep, take advantage of that. Absolutely.
Yep.
All right, so who have we got for our senior spotlight this week?
Andrew Eckstein. Andrew is a kid that he played football in middle school, has not played since then until this year. He's one of our best basketball players. Really didn't know if I could ever get him to play or not, and he came to me in the offseason, decided he wanted to play. And, man, I'm going to tell you, if you watch this, if you notice number 9 at outside linebacker, that's Mr. Eckstein. He does a great job getting after the quarterback. He's got great athleticism, is a very, very physical player. And really, really glad he decided to come play. When we had a couple of injuries, he moved over to defense about midway through the year. Has been very productive for us, getting after the quarterback, getting sacks, tackles for losses, all the things you want him to do to make our defense better. And, really, really glad he's a part of our football team.
I'm going to say this again. How many times do you hear a coach, kid comes out for their senior year, and the coach says, where have you been?
Where you been?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know if he'd ever be a football guy or not. And I've told him that. Like, his demeanor is not one that's, oh, man, he's going to go get after it. He just sort of, here we are. But then the lights cut on. That dude cuts on another gear, and he's been a fantastic player for us this year. Really, really proud for him.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us, man. Once again, congratulations on the win, and best of luck next week. Put some Coleman County booty send them back to Coleman
That's right.
In a bad mood.
That's right.
Put them in a body bag.
Put them in a body bag.
I hope so, guys. I appreciate you.
Thanks.
Really do.
Thanks, Coach Snider.
Take care.
Have a good one.
You too. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Jonathan Snider, head coach of the Ardmore Tigers. Always fun to talk to. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Congratulations to Stacy DeVugal and James Branch, this week's Howl with a Havoc winners. They each pick up tickets to see the Huntsville Havoc in action this season. Go to tailgatetalk.net and enter your name, and you may be our next winner. Tailgate Talk will be right back.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Hi, this is LaDon Townsend, Limestone County District 4 County Commissioner. Serving you these past 4 years has been an incredible journey. As an independent, I am proud to represent you, and I want to continue working for you, fixing your roads, and fighting for your constitutional rights. With Election Day coming up, many of you have asked how to vote for me. It's simple. Just fill in the circle beside my name, even if you're voting straight ticket. Thank you for your trust and support. Together, let's keep moving forward for a better Limestone County.
Paid political advertisement paid for by Friends of LaDon Townsend, 27485 Maples Road, Lester, Alabama, 35647.
P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Now that you've got that new place on the water, BP Riverworks can finish the picture with a boathouse, dock, or seawall. Call Baron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks, licensed and insured, 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097. Want to howl with the Havoc this season? Now's your chance from Tailgate Talk and the Huntsville Havoc. Just go to tailgatetalk.net and register your name. Then listen to Applebee's Tailgate Talk this Saturday morning at 10 on WKAC Radio as we announce the winners of Huntsville Havoc tickets. Howl with the Havoc this season from the Huntsville Havoc and Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Hey, this is Clements High School head coach Brick Pugh. You're listening to Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got the head coach of the Tanner High School Rattlers, Coach Matt Smith, on the phone. Coach Smith, welcome to the show, man.
Hey, thanks for having me. I
was hoping you was going to be in studio, dude.
Oh, I was sure hoping it.
Yeah, I was hoping to be up there, but, side jobs, weekend jobs.
Hey, I hear you, man.
Pay them bills.
Babies.
All that, yeah.
got all them ladies to support.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, before we get y'all had an off week this week, but I want to go back to the following week. A devastating defeat against Decatur Heritage, supposedly Christian Academy. Dude, you can't let DHCA or whatever they call themselves do that to y'all. I have a grudge against them. And
I'm gonna tell you right now, they got the best players named NIL combined.
I'm sure they do, brother. I'm sure they do.
No, they they got two of the best running backs that we've seen in the region. They're 24-0, man. They can fly. They big. They strong. They're pretty good up front.
I was gonna say,
I think they had about. Yeah, they're pretty big. I think they got about 6-7 seniors, something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a good mixture of them being, well coached. Nikita Stowe, he played at Alabama.
Yeah, that's right.
He's a great coach, and you throw in the talent that they got over there and the size. So they're actually competing for the region championships. They'll play against Winston County, I think this coming up Friday for the region championship.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
they're real.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good now, and the thing about it is, they're losing key pieces this year, but those two dang running backs, they're gonna be back.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, they're sophomores. So, but like I tell everybody, my whole team's gonna be back next year. So
for the next 4 years.
Actually, the next 3 or 4 years. So. Like I said, my starting center is an 8th grader.
Yeah, he is,
and he's dang good. When I graduated with high school with his mama, and she was a great athlete. His daddy's a great athlete, so it's in his blood to be a great player for us. And he's already got good size as an 8th grader. So
yep.
We're young, but I really like the way that everything is stacking up, and I like the future is coming with it. And it's, the crazy part is, it ain't about how many games you win; it's about the games that you win.
Exactly, Coach.
And if we win Friday, we're in the playoffs. So
who you play Friday?
Yep, Red Bay.
Wow.
Yeah. So
you got
right now it's shaking up to Winston County and Decatur Heritage are going to be 1-2. It looks like Lexington is going to be 3, and then the other teams you got us, Tharptown. It's us, Tharptown, and Red Bay. So we beat Tharptown. And we beat Belgreen.
Yeah.
Belgreen would be in our region, but they didn't declare for state play this year. State competition.
Oh.
So, but that would be a region game for us. So,
and Red Bay's a winnable game. I mean, I don't know who all they play, but they're 1-6 and 1-3 in the region. So it's not like they're scorching the world on fire.
They're just like us. They got a bunch of 9th and 10th graders, and he got about 4 or 5 seniors, and I got 1 senior. Yeah. So,
but y'all got to go over there too, right?
Yeah, we got to go to them.
Yeah. That's a long ride on them.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Just check everybody out first period or whatever y'all call them now. I don't know what. And y'all just, make a day of it.
That's what I said. We definitely going to, we'll leave early and find something to eat on the way over there, and try to get ahead of it. It's about an hour and 35, hour and 40 minutes, I think.
Well, ain't no easy way to get there is the problem,
Yeah, that's the problem. There ain't all them back roads and hills.
Yeah.
Feel like you got mountains to go up.
Yeah, you just ain't getting off the interstate and you're there. It's a haul. Yeah. Y'all didn't come up with.
I played against them in school, and then I coached against them the first go around with Tanner. So I'm very familiar with them.
Well, let me tell you, Coach. I remember back in the day when Red Bay's kids had beards in the 9th grade.
That's no lie. Look, when I went down there,
truth. Yeah,
dang, that's the honest God truth. Look. I was down there and we went to play them, and we played them on senior night. It's either my senior or my junior year. We played them on senior night, and they started calling out everybody, and they had about 8 or 9 seniors that year, but we had, I think, about 11 seniors my senior year at Tanner, and dude, every one of their seniors were 19 years old.
19?
All 8 or 9 of them. 19 years old.
That's what you do, Coach. Maybe that's something you need to think about. Hold some of your players, your younger guys back. You're giving them that 5th year.
Yeah.
You're giving them that 5th year.
I'm going to hold all my 8th graders back this year.
That's what Debbie done with Garen. That's why Garen's a year older.
That's what
him back a year.
Hey, look, I guarantee you, my son MJ, he's gonna get held back a year because it evens the playing field out because everybody's doing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got all those, and it's the same way with college right now. You see all these smaller group of 5 schools beating up on these Power 5 schools. Well, I take a 25-year-old, 5th year senior over an 18-year-old 5-star prospect any day of the week.
Yeah. So, exactly. Yeah, they're supposed to be in their 3rd year in the NFL, and they're in their 8th year of college football.
Who is that team that's got that quarterback at
6th year?
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, Miami's got a tight end or somebody that's been there for like 9. This is 9th year.
9, yeah. Dude's like 29 years old.
He's old.
Hey, but that's the thing. Like everybody you don't understand that thing from an 18-year-old to a 19-year-old. That's a big difference.
That's man versus boy right there.
Right, and then you take in, my team, and we got a team full of, like my center the other day, we're walking off practice field, we had a bye week, but we practiced Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and we're walking off the field, and somebody said something about, being 15, and he turned around and said, I'm 13, I ain't turned 14 yet. I said, what?
Wow, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna remember. He's gonna remember some of them. I ain't gonna say butt kickings, but he's gonna remember some being pushed around when he was younger.
And he's gonna pay him back.
He'll pay him back.
Me and him talk all the time. He's the lone 8th grader on the team, and he tells me he got names and numbers and marks of everything that everybody did to him. So
good for him.
He said when he gets another year in his weight room, Des Richardson, Coach Richardson, he's our strength conditioning coach and our offensive coordinator. He said when he gets another year in his weight room, he's gonna cash in on some of these receipts he's got.
Good for him. I love it.
That's great.
Man, that's awesome. Y'all got the opportunity to go to the playoffs, man. I mean, I don't care.
Exactly.
Just to give them the thrill of being in it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you know what I mean? That's a big deal. And it's an extra game.
You never know. What's going to happen.
You never know
until you play the game. It's a new season.
Vanderbilt beat Alabama a couple weeks ago. You never know what's going to happen.
I've been saying that all year. Look what Vandy did to Bama. So, I mean, that's why you got to play the game. Anything can be on paper. Anything can happen. But when that whistle blows, anything is possible.
Yep.
But it's the thing with all of them right now. Just getting that experience. So if we can get to the playoffs and let them get that first round experience or second, third, wherever far we go, that's only going to benefit us. for the next 3 to 4 years.
Yep.
Well, now, I mean, you won't be hosting. Do you know about what area you'll be going to? If you go to the first round.
Yeah. If we go to the first round, we'll get the 4th seed, and more than likely, I think we'd travel to Coosa Christian. And
I don't know where Coosa County is. I've heard of it. I mean, I've always heard of it. I just no idea where it's at. Is it on the west part?
They
of
were
the
1A. I'll have to look them up.
Yeah,
my offensive coordinator played them last year because he was the OC at Decatur Heritage last year, and they played them in the first round of playoffs. They were 1A, and then they got bumped up to 2A this year, and I think they played for a 1A state championship last year.
I was just going to say, they're good.
Yeah.
Like, they're good. So I hope you don't have.
Well, yeah, you'd be playing the 1 seed.
Yeah,
if you're the 4 seed. So.
Yeah, and they did. They did win last year. I watched the game. They won.
And then we end the season at home with Sweetwater, and they're also a 1A powerhouse. Sweetwater, Maplesville. Yep. They're always historically good, and Sweetwater's always got a chance to win a state championship. So. To get me and Coach talked, and we got a 2-way where he comes to us this year, and then we'll go to them next year. But that's just good competition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Sweetwater's 1A, but they might be one of the best teams that we played all year.
Let me ask you this, though, Coach. I mean, not looking too far ahead, but say y'all go to Red Bay, put it on them like we hope you do. Then you got Sweetwater coming up. And not that you've got the players to be able to do it, but, I mean, are there certain players you might want to hold back that have had a few little, nicks and knacks, injuries and stuff, or, maybe you're too critical to the winning and losing of a game, or do you just go out and play the game and, it is what it is?
Well, I think you just go out and play the game. Yeah. We're not at that level yet to where we're going to hold anybody out. We've got about 5 or 6 that's out all the rest of the year, and broke ankles. One of them just had finished having surgery on his ankle about a week ago. And then another guy, one of my old linemen, he just got he didn't get cleared, but he got released to do a little light work. So if we make the first round, he might be back for the first round. He broke his ankle too in week 2. So. We're getting a couple guys back here and there. Quarterback guy, our starting quarterback, he's able to get up and run a little bit now off his broke ankle. He broke his week 1. So we're getting a couple guys back. It looks like, hopefully, and then we're relatively healthy with the guys that we do have.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to spare anyway. So anybody else. We started off with 41 players, and some broke team rules and stuff and had to get let go, and then some of them injuries. We're down to about 25 or 26 players. So we get a couple guys back and get us back up to that 30 mark, and I think we'll feel good going into the playoffs. Hopefully, if we take care of business at Red Bay. And you say you started out with 41 and you had some breaking team rules. I'm glad to see you enforcing that discipline.
Accountability.
Yeah. Coming in first year, I played under LaRon White, and everybody knows him and everybody respects him. And one thing that I took away from playing for him was nobody was bigger than the team. So it's not an iron team, and that sounds cliche, but it's the truth. And you can't come into a program and expect to establish something, and you got guys just renegading. You want you want guys that's going to buy into the program and do things the right way and do things the team way. And that's what I took from LaRon White, and that's how I plan on, running my program and this tenure that I've started, this new chapter in my career. So. I respect Coach White, and I know a lot of people do. Yep. So couldn't ask for a better mentor.
Yeah. We're proud of you, buddy.
Absolutely, we are. We're proud of you, Coach. You're doing a fine job. Fine job.
I appreciate y'all. That's why I love getting on here, because y'all give me good inspiration. I love y'all.
I love you too, Coach. Just remember, buddy, you ain't much older than my boy, so
yeah,
it's one of those things.
Tim,
Man, we'd
Tim
love
and Tom
to see
are
you
old enough to be your dad. I'm way younger than
yeah, he's way younger.
He's a lot bigger than your boy, though.
Yeah, a lot.
You're like the baby uncle. You're like the baby uncle of the group.
He's that weird uncle, man.
I'm
you got to be careful.
Weird uncle.
Be careful when you want to take him out.
Nobody leaves the kids with me.
Oh, love it. Well, Coach, thank you so much. Best of luck next week.
Yeah, man, we'll be rooting hard.
Beat some of them rednecks. I'm sorry, Red Bay guys out there.
That's what they are, the Red Bay Rednecks.
Red Bay Rednecks.
Yeah.
And
well, I appreciate it, y'all.
We appreciate you, Coach. Thanks a lot.
Thank y'all.
See you next time. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach Matt Smith at the Tanner High School Rattlers. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
If you have a question, comment, or idea for Tailgate Talk, you can email it to tailgatetalk@hotmail.com. Remember, you can always call or text us during the show at 256-812-1848. We'll be right back with more of Applebee's Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
What is community? I am First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Hadley Madison from East Limestone High School. And to me, community is supporting those who connect us. First National Bank proudly supports our neighbors, businesses, schools, and organizations that make Limestone County a great place to live and to work. First National Bank, making communities great. Member FDIC.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than That Shirt Printing Place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
He's got a push. Backed up three. In! He got it! Three-pointer at the buzzer to win it! Unbelievable!
Join Play Action Sports for another season of Calhoun basketball. You can hear live action from men's and women's teams streamed on the PAS Plus app on your Alexa device by saying Open PAS Plus or online at pasplus.net. Check out the online archives on the website or on your favorite podcast platform too. And listen for select games on Sundays at noon on WKAC Radio. Calhoun basketball from PAS Plus.
Hi, this is former University of Alabama wide receiver Tim Boyd, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tom Cat, alongside Todd the Bod, the talent tumbling producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We're talking with Coach Will Johnson, the East Limestone Indians. Coach, tough loss last night. Hard-fought football game.
Man, yeah. First thing I want to do is talk about Coach Snider in Ardmore, man. Coach Snider is a stand-up guy, man. He's one of the best. He's a great human, and, man, I appreciate him and his words that he gave me last night. You know, he's given me some guidance and has been a really good, mentor-type guy for me, and so I appreciate him, and he's the perfect example, man, of what happens when you let a coach come in, give him time, and he's in his fourth year now, and it's his program, and the weight room has showed up, man, and they've done an extremely good job, and his staff was really good. And so I want to shout those guys out first off. Man, he's got a great team, and they're playing really good ball. And our guys fought our guts out. I knew it was going to take
everything that we had to be in the game, and we had a chance to win that game. They scored two times late to make it look a little bit worse than what it really was. I think it was an extremely good high school football game, and it's always tough to come out on the losing end of those, man. But I was really proud of my kids. The guys really fought their guts out, man, and they're going to continue to do that. That's just who they are. Our senior group, they've been through a lot, and I feel extremely bad for them because I want success for them, and I'm just trying to get them to understand that there's success outside of winning losses, and so I think they understand that. I think they see that. But yeah, it was a tough game to lose, man. But it was a really good high school football game.
Yeah, and hats off to you, Coach. I mean, we've talked about it earlier in the season, and whether y'all have addressed it with the kids, and you probably even didn't, but they're smart enough to know. You, the staff, the kids, everybody was behind the 8 ball from the beginning. You coming in so late, you were a late hire, and time to implement the things that you want to do, how you do them. Not knowing what they did previously, whether it be in the weight room or on the field. So, I mean, y'all are hanging in there. Things are going to turn around. You just made a great point. Coach Snider's in his 4th year. They've seemingly left him alone to do his job.
Exactly.
And he's created, he's turned it around. And you're going to do the same 100%. Thing at East Limestone. You are.
I believe that too, brother. Like, we've got a really good, young group. The JV group, I think went 5-1. Middle school, same deal. I think they lost 2 games, with that late loss to Ardmore championship game. So there's a lot of talent at East Limestone. There's kids walking the halls that we've got to get out to play football too. And so I'm going to be the biggest recruiter in the world this offseason. We're going to hit the weight room hard. There's a lot of things that are bright spots to look forward to. And, I know it's hard for people to understand that and see that when you haven't won but one game. And, it's tough to see that. But, me and the coaching staff, we see the future that's there. We just got to go to work, man. And I think, I think our younger kids are bought into that.
Yeah, and that's great. And I hope, and you're right, you bring up a good point about, people want to look at wins and losses and this, that, and the other, but you got to take the whole picture into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
And for what y'all have been able to do, the games you've been able to be in. You might have come up on the losing end, but you're in the game for the most part for most teams.
Yeah.
And it's now you bring up a good point. You are going to have to be a good recruiter because next year, whenever it is where they reevaluate the numbers, East Limestone's going to be close, man. Right?
Yeah, man.
Bumping up.
Yeah,
so those kids that can contribute, man, y'all need to be out there. Football is not just a sport. It's there's so many life lessons made on that field, and not even on a Friday night. They're made, Monday through Fridays on the practice field, and you learn to work with others, you learn to support others, you learn victory, you learn defeat, and those are things that you take on when you're 40, 50, 60, whatever years old, and so I encourage those kids that might be on the fence about playing or not. Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, but anything worth having is worth hard work.
It's worth working for. That's right.
Nothing's going to be given to you, I can assure you. But we're proud of you. Just hang in there.
Man, yes, sir, man. And that's the conversation that I have with the senior group. The year has not went the way we wanted it to. We've lost some tough games. We're 4 or 5 plays and 4 or 5 penalties away in a lot of games from probably being, having 4 to 5 wins right now.
Yeah.
And, it hasn't gone our way. We've made mistakes and, that's on me and I've got to get some of that fixed. And we've gotten a lot better in the turnovers and penalties and stuff like that. But, even last night we had a couple of penalties. We had 12 men on the field when we were forcing a punt. Had 12 men on the field, and that's the coaching staff deal. That's me, and so we've got to get that stuff fixed. They go on to score in that drive after we made them punt, and who knows what happens if that doesn't happen. So there's a lot of things that we've all got to get corrected. And like I said, it's me too. It's not just the kids. But I told the senior group the same thing. I was like, man, there's going to be times in your life where things aren't going your way, and it's all about how you respond. And so, are you going to be the ones that lay down and kind of give up, or are you going to be the ones that continue to fight and really support the younger group coming up and show them the expectation of what it's supposed to be like? And so you're exactly right. Those life lessons, man, it's every day. There's something to be learned every single day out there. And so you're exactly right, man. I hope we can get out there and get a bunch of kids out and I think we will. East Limestone's a great community, and it's a great school, and we've got really good athletes there. We've just got to get a few more out to help us.
I'll tell you what, when anybody's driven through East Limestone, sees all these nice big subdivisions, maybe you need to start hitting those up and getting you an NIL collective, big pile of money. And you can get some of them kids out of the hallway.
Keep them in town.
Yeah.
And
that's right. Yeah, 100%.
I mean, hey, look, it's coming. Georgia's already passed it. A few other states have already passed where you can play high school kids.
Yeah.
So,
unfortunately, it's coming. You're exactly right.
And you're right. Unfortunately is the word. That's pathetic. But, that's for a discussion for another day. But
no doubt.
Whatever. But, you'll get there. I know it's frustrating. And to their credit, I met 3 young guys that were at their East Limestone stuff on. Just before the season even started, I'm going to pick up my son something to eat. And anyway, 2 of them were seniors, 1 of them was a junior. And I'm like, hey, guys, y'all play for East? Like, yeah. And you just been hired like maybe the week prior, like not just recent. And matter of fact, I don't even know if I knew your name. I was like, hey, man, I saw y'all got a new coach. If y'all met him, y'all just met. And I told the seniors, I'm like, man, I hate it for y'all guys. It's going to be tough, new coaching staff coming in. Y'all don't have to learn a new system, blah, blah, blah. And another guy was a junior, but to those 2 seniors' credit, they said that, hey, man, we're not, we know. It sucks. It's our senior year. Things might not go our way, but, we can help build on the future. Both of them said that,
100%.
dude. So, and I wish I remembered. I didn't even ask them their names. I just, it was a quick conversation at a restaurant. But anyway, so you've got some kids that have that mentality, and that's great.
Yeah, we've got great kids, man. We really do. And the junior class is full of really good ones. And so, the work ethic, all the tangible stuff is there for them. And so I'm excited, man. And I know, like, it's been frustrating on everybody. But like I said, we're trying to build something, and it's going to take time.
Yeah.
Nick Saban, everybody goes back to this, first year, tough year, losing ULM and all that stuff, right? And then 2 years later, winning a national championship and then goes on a run. But now I'm nowhere near a Nick Saban, but I'm just talking about the way that you have to do things and nothing. Everybody wants them. It's a microwave society, right? Everybody wants something to happen right now.
It don't work that way.
I do too. Heck yeah, I do too. But it don't work that way. You're exactly right. And we've got a lot to work on. But again, we've got great kids, and I think they're ready to get to work, and they know the off season deal's coming and all that. So I'm excited, man. And it's again frustrating as this year has been. There's so much to learn from it. There's so much to take from it. And so I just love our kids and their resiliency.
Good deal, Coach.
Who you got next week, Coach?
We got Fairview. We're on the road going to Fairview, baby.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Fairview's, I had them looked up a while ago. Aren't they undefeated? Or no, 7-0 and 5-0 in the region. Yeah. So they beat Sardis last night, 38-18. Yeah, so doesn't get any easier.
They clinched the region championship. They're the region champs after beating Russellville, and it's going to be a really tough battle. They're extremely well coached. Coach Redding down there has done a phenomenal job as well. And I think numbers wise, they only have 40 kids or something like that, but they're doing a really good job of just being a really tough team. And that's who I think we are. Coming down the line. We're going to be a tough, resilient team just like that. And so I'm excited to go over there and for the challenge and see just how our kids respond to this week again. Just go out there and continue to fight. We're going to give them everything we got, going to prepare, just like, we're 7-0 just like, they are. And
that's
so,
right.
Exactly.
We have to prepare. We can't just fold up the tent, man. That's not what we can do. I know the coaching staff's going to coach our tails off this week, and I know the kids are going to prepare really hard. And I'm sure there's going to be some letdown from our kids and all that deal. But I think they're going to come out Monday ready to get to work. And just we'll go out in there and give it everything we got, just like we do week in and week out. And so I'm excited to go down there. I haven't ever been to Fairview to play a football game, so I'm excited to go down and play them there. And so they're extremely good. They're really well coached, and we've got to give it our all. And it's going to take every ounce of every ounce of effort that we have. And so we're going to go down there and battle for sure.
Go get them, Coach.
For you. Yep.
We appreciate you calling in this morning, Coach.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all.
All right.
Have
Take
a great
care.
week.
You too, brother.
Y'all too.
All right. Head coach, East Limestone Indians coach Will Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. And it's time to take a break. We're coming back with head coach Brick Pugh of the Clements Colts sitting right here, right in front of these French fries and chicken nuggets and cheese sticks. Y'all come on out and join us out here at Applebee's. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Look for Tailgate Talk on Facebook. Just search for Tailgate Talk and make the connection. Call or text us with your comments during the show at 256-812-1848. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC. While others have come and gone, the Lion's Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lion's Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lion's Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. If your place on the water needs some attention, call BP Riverworks. Boathouses, docks, seawalls, and repairs. Call Baron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured, 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
Takes the snap. He's going to fake the pitch. He's at the 20, the 10. He's going to get a cover. Touchdown, James Clemens.
Be listening for James Clemens High School football this season as the Jets take on the best in Class 7A competition. You can hear every featured game streamed live online at PASnetwork.net on your Amazon Echo device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus, or on your PAS Plus app, and later on demand. You can also hear the replays Sunday afternoons on WKAC Radio. Join us for exciting coverage of James Clemens Jets football this season from Play Action Sports.
Hey, this is Will Johnson, head football coach at East Limestone, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. A special announcement here from Applebee's by Todd the Bod.
Yeah, I just want to mention this real quick. Applebee's is running a special from October 14th through November 11th. It's for disabled veterans for their track fair. It's a fundraiser. Track chairs, or for those of y'all that don't know, are like, they're mobile
wheelchairs, but they
have
the skid steer tracks.
That way they get on the beach, rough terrain.
Yes.
Stuff like that. They're really cool. Obviously, they're not cheap. So it says how you can help. You can purchase a $2 Blondie or Brownie Bite or a paper bag. And each track chair actually costs around $15,000.
Yes, they're not cheap.
And their goal as a company is to raise $100,000. So sure to goodness, as a company, that you can sell enough Blondie and Brownie Bites or a paper flag, and raise this $100,000 for disabled veterans who put their life on the line for us, so we can have the freedoms to sit here and talk about great sports.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Todd the Bod. Good job. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach of Clements Colts, Coach Brick Pugh. Coach Pugh. Another tough loss, man.
Another tough one.
Talking off air, right there in at halftime, you mentioned score a touchdown right at the end of the first half, go for two, tie it up, get receiving the second half kickoff. All the momentum's going towards you.
Yep.
Y'all have had that scenario
every single game.
Every week.
Every single game.
And it just seemingly, for whatever reason,
shoot herself in the
falls
foot.
Apart.
Every single time. We get down there, and we ended up turning the ball over on downs. and they get the ball, and we had them on third down, and they get a screen pass and take it for a touchdown for about 50 yards.
Wow.
And they were going for 2 every time, so we had to go for 2 every time. So they got it. They're up by 8. We drive all the way down the field again and throw an interception in the end zone. Stupid play call by me. I should have just kept. We ran it all the way down the field, and I tried to get a quick one on.
Catch him off guard.
Yeah.
Catch him off guard. Yeah.
It was one-on-one, so we threw it, and kid made a good play, picked it off in the end zone. They go down and scored again there, and
so that's 14 points. Or
16 points because they got it again. Yeah. And fourth quarter starts, and we're down by 16 points. We're still in the game. It's the way that game was going back and forth. And we got stopped. It was about 4th and 8, 4th and 9, and I call a fake punt, which, I didn't have a choice. We had to get something going there. Fourth quarter, and it was open, and we just had a little miscue and dropped the ball. And could have been a big play for us. Might have been a touchdown. Probably would have been a touchdown there, but we dropped it, and they recovered it right there and scored again, and it was just a downhill slide. It was over at that point. And, we fumbled the ball twice inside the 10-yard line and gave it to them in the first half.
Wow,
we didn't score inside the 15 on turnover in the first half.
So that's 4 scores right there.
And,
within 15 yards that y'all didn't get.
Didn't get them. So shooting ourselves in the foot. We got to be able to finish.
Right.
Yeah. And, you want to say, and they are. They're still learning, and I get it. We all get it. But, man, we're getting deeper in the season. You know how like when we're all watching college football or basketball, whatever. I can't stand this, especially watching a basketball game. A team like, they're 24-2, 26 games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was a freshman's mistake. The dude's played 26 games.
Yeah.
It's not a freshman mistake annianymore.
Yeah.
It's a mental error or whatever.
It's just like
they've got to. The kids have got to learn.
They've got to get. That's what I told them last night. I said this. I want the first half team for an entire game
up the whole
once, because we didn't do it against Tanner either.
No.
And I just want it one time.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, if we play 4 quarters, we've lost 1 football game so far, probably.
Yeah.
If we play 4 quarters.
And even win or lose, if you can just play that, like you said, the first quarter, just like you played the fourth and on.
Yeah.
Whether you win the game or lose the game, you got to put 4 quarters together in order to even have a chance.
And it's not that they're not playing hard, because they are.
I know that.
They're playing so hard, and it's just if something bad happens. Right. And it's like that mental block. Here it goes again. Here it goes again. And I just gotta figure out some way to get that out of them. And I hate it for those seniors because man, they've busted it for me. They have, and they put it all out there. Hunter White, one of my seniors, he tore his ACL against Tanner, and I dressed him last night.
Oh,
he braced it up, and I dressed him, and he tried so hard to get. I put him in for one play, and he just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it, and man, that killed me. Because man, he had to go to summer school, busted it to get to play. One of my great leaders, and I made him a captain last night, and he was
awesome. Good for you.
I hate that for players like him, and the rest of the seniors.
And that makes me feel good, that you're saying that, because you know what, he's a senior. He tore his ACL. He's out. He could have easily just said. Just stayed at home, not come to another game, pouted or whatever. But he stayed to be with his teammates.
Yep.
And supported them. He's probably at practices, I imagine, encouraging them, and probably trying to help coach a little bit on the side, I'm guessing. And so, it's nice to hear that there's still kids out there willing to do that, and want to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I tore my ankle up my junior year in basketball. We went on to state, and I'm telling y'all, it broke I cried. I don't cry for nothing. But I wanted to be out there with my teammates.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to have my place on the bench.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to get out there, but you know what? I had busted my butt to help that team, all year. And you just want to be part of it.
You just want to be part of a team.
And we had time for that.
We had a pregame meal. A church sponsored it, and he was talking before the game. And, that's what he says. Heard it was senior night, and he was just talking about how being a part of a team, what being a part of a team means, and how after high school, you might not ever be a part of a team again. And just what it means. And, that's why I'm still coaching, so I can be a part of a team. Because I love it.
There's nothing like the camaraderie and the ups and downs, the relationships you make, the lifelong friendships.
And to me, there's nothing like high school football.
Right.
It's the purest one there is. There's no NIL yet. Yeah, there's no NIL. That you're playing with your friends that you grew up with your whole life, unless I'm just going to shut up about that. Unless, playing with your friends. And
until you're recruited to school. But you're right. Like, you grew up with these kids. You played T-ball together. You played basketball and football. And now you're on a high school football team under the Friday night lights. Yep. I mean, man, ain't nothing better, dude. I mean, it
wasn't football for me. It was baseball. I loved it. I still remember the guys I played ball with.
But it's true. The smell of the grass, the smell of the nasty smell of the locker room even.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just for those, my son doesn't get it. He doesn't, guys could care less about sports. And I've got a lot of friends that don't. But man, if you could just experience it. I'm watching BYU Oklahoma State last night. Could care less who wins that football game. BYU is down. Oklahoma State scores with 1:09 left to go in the game. BYU gets the ball back. They're 13th ranked now.
Yeah.
1:09 left. They go all the way to 2 timeouts. They go down the field, score with like 10 seconds left to go. It's at BYU. Crowd's going crazy. Yep. I mean, it's just
man. I got home from watching the game and everything, like watching film. I got home. And it was on at 12:15.
Yeah, it was on late. Yeah.
And I got to watch the end of it.
So you saw the end of it.
Yeah,
I mean, it was crazy. And Oklahoma State had 3 of their defensive starters out, lost their quarterback to injury first half.
Really?
So, here they are with a chance to beat the number 13 team on the road with all these injuries. But no, BYU broke their backs and scored. It was awesome. I mean, the emotions of it. Like here's Oklahoma State feeling, oh, my God, we're on top of the world. No, you're not.
That's it.
That's
what you want your team to be.
You
That's
don't
what you want to feel.
quit when you get something bad happen.
That's right. Because you never know what's going to happen.
Coach Gross taught me this when I was in Athens. Play the next play. And I really try to preach that into him because
you can't go back and change.
You can't look at it. The kid that dropped the punt on the throw, he was down. And that's what I told him. Play the next play. It's over. There's nothing we can do to change it.
Now make the next play. Don't let that play affect your...
Just get the ball back.
Yeah, that's right.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Nope, it's done.
So I love that saying, play the next play, man, because it means so much.
But it's so hard to get that into a 16, 17-year-old kid's mindset. I mean, it is. And I don't know what the magic tool is, but, I know you'd love it if you could find it.
God, I would.
No doubt.
You slip it in everybody's drink, wouldn't you?
No kidding, man. No kidding. Well, we talked about Mars Hill, 8-0, 6-0, University of.
Yep.
What's the game plan, cuz?
We're going to
improve
do what we do.
Yep.
I told him last night, this game right here, it might not mean nothing to you freshmen through juniors, but look at those 8 guys right there. Because it's the last high school football game they're ever going to play. Maybe the last football game, period, they're ever going to play.
Right.
So you're playing for them.
That's exactly right.
And if you care anything about them, which they do, you'll play your heart out because next year it's going to be you or you. And we're going to do what we do, and I guarantee you we'll be in it the first half.
Yeah.
I guarantee you we will be.
Y'all will give them all the
second half. We come out and finish. It's going to be a better game than people think. Yeah. But we got to finish.
But man, it's over there too.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
And he does a great job, man. He's built a powerhouse over there. They do what they do well, and they run it down your throat and play real hard on defense. Their offensive defensive line is good.
How do you? Coming off, some tough losses through the year, now the kids are looking up and they're looking at, I don't know if they have any buddies to go to Mars Hill or whatever. But, I mean, they see their record. They know their reputation. How do you instill in them that, look, all that doesn't matter. Yeah. If you do what you're supposed to do, every play like you're supposed to do it,
don't matter.
We can give them grief.
That's what I told them, we talked about it last night. We got to work on ourselves. We work on ourselves. You'll be fine. We fix our problems, we're fine. We don't worry about who we're playing next. It's about us. It's not about the other team.
Yeah.
And then
that's what you got to do.
Then once again, you work on yourself, and next thing you know, you're better than the next guy.
Yep, that's right.
And that's what you want to be in that situation.
For next year, we got to get in the weight room, during the winter right here and get strong and get bigger and just work on the little stuff and work on finishing and fighting to the end,
Right.
And, man, we do that. I'm tell you what. It's going to be good.
Without naming names or even positions, do you have, some of these younger guys that are playing a particular position right now, have you thought about further into next year, like, hey, man, so-and-so's graduating, or
Yeah.
next year I really think this kid, if he'll get in the weight room and do the work or whatever, will be better in this role.
Yeah.
Do you see any?
Yeah, we got a couple like that, and the kid, just going back to the kid who messed up the punt, man, he played the best game he's played all year, Jake Fleming.
Yeah.
He probably I think he had close to 95 yards rushing at fullback last night.
Wow.
Oh, so he's not at quarterback?
Yeah, and I moved him to fullback. And
That's awesome,
and he's ripping through tackles. He's running people over.
So
it's taken 5 people to tackle him. He's playing with stitches across his back right here. I'm having to tape a pad on his back before the game. It ripped open last night. Wouldn't tell me.
No, man.
I mean,
I love it, though. I'm not coming out for nothing.
Nothing. He did not care. And he played his butt off.
Yeah.
I was so proud of him for.
And Jake, if you're listening, son, and no offense, but I guess that's why you're playing fullback now.
Yeah.
Because of the punt.
Well,
the throw of the punt.
No,
or the dropping of the ball.
It just slipped out of his hand. And he's playing with
and I can't say nothing.
And he's had a hurt shoulder.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of girl hands, and so I can't even palm a softball. So
he's playing with a sprained thumb too. He's have it taped up. So I mean, it's.
But I love those kind of tough guys,
He's tough, man.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Before we get out of here, let me get a couple of singers from you.
Okay, so let's do Dominique Holt, number 8. Man, he played good last night. Been a leader for us all year. Been a captain for us all year. He's going into the Marines, and I could not think of a better kid. I'm so glad that he's going to fight for our country. I'll tell you what, man, that kid will not quit. He'd rather die than lose.
Wow. That's where he needs to be.
They're getting a good one. They're getting a good one. And let's do Travis Holt. They're not related or anything, but he came off the basketball floor for us, and he's punted for us all year, and done a real good job. Really proud of him. So.
Well, good deal.
Absolutely. Are we ready, Coach? Producer extraordinaire, Coach Pugh, thank you so much for joining us.
Before we go, let's get a Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
All right.
Roll Tide.
Tom.
War Eagle. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to end the show and go home. On behalf of Todd the Bod, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, my name's Tom McClung, old Tom Cat. We ain't got to go home. We got to get ourselves up out of here. Y'all come see us. See them at Applebee's later on today. We're out of here.
You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill on Highway 72 East in Athens, just off I-65. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.